If you're looking to buy or build a new construction home in Kansas City, there are two things that matter more than anything else. That is the builder and the lot you build the home on. This one, it's in one of my favorite communities around Kansas City. It's the perfect example of both of those. This is the Brookridge IV by Don Julian Builders. 5 beds, 4.5 baths. It's over 3,700 square feet, and it sits on one of the most unique types of lots you'll see anywhere in the metro area. And this is the view as soon as you step inside. We'll give you a quick sneak peek around the main floor, and then we will get started here at the end. Ton of snow on the ground. It's freezing outside, but we're gonna make it happen anyway. So floor plan, it'll be on the screen right here. This is a rare one because not just the lot type, this is technically a walkout. We'll show you what that looks like in just a few moments, but also because this has 3 bedrooms on the main floor. So it's the right side of the screen. We'll take you back there momentarily. That's very rare. There's a lot of reverse plans like this, only have 2 on the main floor. But starting here at the entry, you saw it from the outside coming inside. You've got these 8-foot French doors with the decorative glass on the inside. So you're getting light, but it's also private. People can't just see right into the living room. And then I love that you've got quite a few upgraded light fixtures, the transom windows, but really one of my favorite things about this plan is the ceilings. If you look up here, you've got the suspended beams, you've got the ridge beam down the middle, the traditional vault right there. And then I think this is very picturesque. Imagine, especially with some of the new lots that we're going to break down in this community that are coming online, imagine a tree line in the back, just views for miles and miles and miles. All possible in this community, but the other half of this, and we'll break down the kitchen in a moment as well, is the vault here with the skylights. That is one of like the trademark parts of this plan. But starting here at the great room, you've got the floor to ceiling, dry stack stone fireplace with the tile surround. This is actually a pretty good size. And Alex, if you take a few steps back, sometimes you'll walk into homes, even at the $1 million price point, and sometimes they just feel a little bit smaller in the great room. This one, it's got a great feel. You can see the pretty well-sized L-shaped couch there, additional seating to the side. And I really like this niche right here. It's all recessed. You've got the glass shelves and even the downlighting. Just such a neat look. But really, one thing that might be hard to see on camera is all the light that's flooding in because of this whole floor to ceiling wall of windows right here alongside the staircase. There's something very special about halfway down the stairs, but we'll get to it a little bit later in the video. The other thing that's very unique about this plan that I really like, so you actually have 2 entries from the garage, and you actually have 2 boot benches as well. So the first one is, you probably the one that you'll take quite a bit of the time. So we'll give you a little shot of this. We won't show too much because this is a model office. They're using this for storage. But 8-foot tall door, you've got this mud bench that's built into the corner here, the shiplap, then of course the stained top. Around the corner, you've got the powder room. So this is a true bathroom for the main floor. It's not a full bathroom shared with the bedroom or anything like that. Love the modern trim surrounding it. They also had Taj Mahal quartzite top on that vanity. But the second one, and yeah, we're going to show the pantry before we show the kitchen, but that's because I want to show the mudroom. So the second one, if you've ever seen those Costco doors, which that's not a term a lot of people are, but apparently that's what they're called. They're the small little pantry sized door, shorter doors that you'll see in a lot of pantries. A lot of times those can, to secure them, they can cost almost as much as a full size door. So that's what you've got here. But imagine you're coming home, you've got groceries, you want to take them right into the pantry. Well, this is the perfect setup for that. So you've got the face frame shelving, they added a window, you've got a prep top around the right side. And then this right here is actually a little bit of like a pocket office. So we've seen the term, some builders will describe spots like this in the home this way, the command center of the house, right? So you got your cork board right here, and then of course a higher top with the shelf for the desk, and then you have your second boot bench, shelves all the way up, and then of course the same shiplap look. But I thought that was really neat. You've got 3 entrances into the house. One is super convenient, full-size fridge spot right there. And then this pantry door is really, really unique. It's 8 feet tall, it's stained, you've got the decorative frosted glass. Something like this, believe it or not, you're gonna build a home, there's definitely a pretty good cost to getting a door that looks that good. But with a kitchen like this and ceilings that look like this, it goes really, really well together. So the skylights, it just brings even more light in. So you're getting light from all directions here. And then of course, this kitchen I think is really well done. You've got, we'll show this on the island, you've got these extra thick countertops with the mitered edge. So that's why they look a little bit thicker than a traditional one would. Cabinets on the other side of the island. And then of course, we've got the white kitchen cabinets, stained island. They took the quartz slab up the backsplash. Outlets are tucked underneath the cabinets, which is really nice. And we've got a pretty good sized island here. Now we're gonna talk about this builder like about halfway through the video. So if you were to see other homes by them, there's one a few doors up. We did it like a year ago around there. And it actually has an island that's double the depth. It's almost like having 2 islands back to back. I'll put a shot on the screen so you can see it. But this alone is a really good size. Of course, you've got the gas cooktop back there with 5 burners on it. And then you saw the stacked microwave and oven over here as well. But we are going to head over to the dining area. We've got a ton of windows in this. This is not the only plan you'll see where they have a lot of windows like this. But just for instance, you've got this recessed hutch area here with the transom-like windows up top. One thing that's come up, I should mention this because I've been getting this question from clients. So like when they reach out from these videos, we go into our homes. Sometimes you'll see the corners in the house that are rounded. We call these bullnose corners. We used to see a ton a couple years ago. Now it's like 1 out of every 5 to 6 homes we go through might have them, but it's just a personal preference thing. So there's nothing more than that. But here we've got a really good space. You can see all of the light coming in. We're filming at like 9 in the morning. This home, the back of it faced east, the front of it faced west. So that's why you're getting a ton of light here. And then we are actually going to show drone footage of the rear elevation. One of the first things that stands out to me on that is this wall of windows. We mentioned it in the beginning of the video, but this is also a very specific lot type. We're gonna break that down. It's not something that you're gonna see every day of the week. Very rare that we come across this. But one thing that it's important to notice is you have what looks like a deck here, where this is actually a full slab of concrete. Of course, you've got the fortress rail, it's covered, there's a fan out there. And of course, you've got multiple different tiers of outdoor living and outdoor entertainment space. But we're going to come back to that before we go and take a look at the bedrooms, which is a big part of this plan because there are 3 on the main floor. We've got to break down this community. It's one of my all-time favorites, and it's one of the only places in Kansas City, specifically in the Johnson County area, where you can find houses like this on some of the best lots in the entire metro area. This is called Bristol Highlands, and it's split between Lenexa and Shawnee, Kansas, 2 areas that are growing very, very quickly. But one thing, as you can see in the drone footage, is these lots, there are a lot of elevation changes, a lot of treetops, a lot of completely private tree lines in the backs of a lot of these backyards, which is really hard to find around the Kansas City area, but they have a ton of them here. They also have 2 new phases coming, and I'll show you what those look like in a moment. But this area, we're like 8 to 10 minutes away from the Shawnee Mission Park, very close to the Lenexa City Center, which has a ton of shops, restaurants, entertainment spots. This is the part of town that when people are looking for privacy, they like to be outdoors, and they're looking for a little bit less density like you would find in Olathe or Overland Park. This is one of the best options that is out there. And this community is in such high demand that we don't just have 3 different sections of neighborhoods, we have like 5 to 6 right now. So you've got twin villas, which start in the mid 500,000s. Those are built by Lambie Homes. They're attached. You also have detached, like standalone villas, so maintenance provided, but they look just like single family homes. Those are around the 600,000s up to the 900,000s, and sometimes a little bit more than that. You've got the manors, which is almost completely built out. Those are around the 700,000s to 1 million plus. We just did a video a couple months ago on their brand new model row, 2 of the homes in there. So I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. And then of course you have the estates, which we're currently in, that this model home sits in. Those prices go anywhere from the 900,000s all the way up to 1.5 million plus. Builders in this section of the neighborhood are J.S. Robinson, Don Julian Builders, and then 2 new phases. The first one is called The Ridge, and the prices start around the 700,000s. It's got a good mix of pretty good sized lots, like some of which you'd see in estate sized sections of neighborhoods. You also have lots that are more similar to what you'd find in the manors. So this is a good mix of both. The prices for those lots are around 150 to 300,000 plus, several of them back to the tree line you're seeing on the screen right here. And then one of the new phases in addition to that is called the Reserve, which is starting around 1.2 million with lots from 250 all the way up to $400,000. But again, if you're looking for the outdoors, if you want a little bit less density, some of the best views, tree-lined walkout lots in Kansas City, this is absolutely one of the communities I'd look at. And if you're looking to buy or build new construction, oh, that's right, we help with builds. So if you're looking for the right builder, floor plan, lot, community, that's something that we help with as well. Feel free to give me a phone call, text message, email. I'd love to set you up for success. Licensed real estate agent in Kansas, Missouri, and this builder builds in both of those areas. So we're gonna head around the corner here. And this first bedroom, it does count as a bedroom, is currently staged as an office here. You've got the modern wainscoting all the way around the room. It's a pretty good size. You've got the 2 windows overlooking the front. And then as we talk around the corner here, you do have the closet right back here. But I'm gonna show a shot of these doors. As I mentioned, the pantry doors, these are very similar. Look at that. You've got the stain, the frosted decorative panel on the inside. These look really, really neat. But keep in mind, we are just around the corner from the front entry, and this would be your coat closet here. So it's not just the separate mudroom, it's not just the boot bench off of the first garage entry, but you also have the storage space right here as well. And then around the corner, we have bedroom number 2. Pretty good size. You've got pretty tall ceilings as well. The casement windows overlooking the front. We talk about those in a lot of videos, so we'll keep moving. To the left, to your right here, we have another closet. This one is primarily for linens. It's also right across the hall from the laundry room right here. This laundry room, I think, is done really, really well because you've got the built-ins above the washer and dryer, but around the corner, you actually have adjustable face frame shelving too, and you have a prep top there. That's just not something that we see in a lot of laundry rooms. We also don't usually see the adjustable face frame shelving like that, which is really neat. And then of course, we've got one of the full bathrooms. This services bedroom 1 and 2 that you just saw. I really like the tile. That's pretty neat around the corner there. It's got some texture to it, little 3-dimensional look there. And then heading to the master, I think this is really well done. You've got that same light exposure facing the east here in the mornings. And then of course, you've got the cove lighting with the tray ceiling and the trim up with this recessed area right here, which is perfect for seating and coffee in the morning. But heading this way, this bathroom actually wraps around. So you've got separate dual vanities here. You've got an extra tall backsplash, which is kind of neat. And then you've got a tower on both sides of the vanities, which I really appreciate. Freestanding tubs in the middle. You've got the 2 windows, again, a ton of windows in this house. And of course, you've got the shower, floor to ceiling tile, This stuff is really nice. It's large format, so if you see the size of it, that usually costs a little bit more to install just because the labor required to do it. And of course, you've got the Euro glass panel. Notice how there are just clips. You're not seeing like a metal rail or anything like that. That is certainly nice to have. The water closet is around the corner to the left here. And then of course we have the master closet itself with the faced frame shelving. Of course, you've got shoe storage right here. Now that is all for the main floor. We're gonna head downstairs. Before we do, we've got one of the most important parts of this plan, something that it's really important to know if you're in the market for a new construction home in Kansas City. We will pop the floor plan for the lower level on the screen right here, just so you know what to expect. Huge rec room, bar, you've got 2 bedrooms down there. But one thing that I like to talk about a lot in these videos is the lot type. You saw up there that we had what looks like a deck. It's actually a patio. You also have a mid-level walkout right here, which is really nice. So we'll put the drone footage on the screen again so you can see it. This is the second tier of outdoor living space. It's also your access to the backyard. This is traditionally what we would refer to as a daylight lot. And typically what you'd see on a lot like this, we'll put footage on the screen, is a deck off the main floor. Usually you'll have some windows above ground in the lower level. This one, with the way the staircase is situated, the way they utilize this lot, they went ahead, put the walkout access right here, which is really, really nice to have. It adds a ton of value to this specific lot, because otherwise you wouldn't have any access, and the access would traditionally be stairs down from the deck. I'd even go as far to say that the lot type is more important than the floor plan you choose, and that's because we have clients reaching out from all over the country. Sometimes it's Texas, California, etc., where basements are not common in their area. One thing that you'll find here is that the lot type itself, whether it's a daylight, like you're seeing on the screen right here, a walkout lot where the basement leads out into the backyard, or a flat lot, it completely changes the way that the floor plan built on it feels. So any questions buying, building, new construction, you're welcome to reach out to me. There's also a free guide linked at the top of the description down below. It breaks down all 3 of these different lot types, and even hybrids like this one, like the mid-level walkout, or other homes that we've toured like this one that has a sunken patio. So that way you know everything involved, including even some of the pricing factors as well. One thing before we break down the bar that's right here, the bedrooms down here, we're gonna turn around and we're gonna kind of backstep a little bit, because this staircase is visually really, really appealing to me. You've got the lights along the sides of it, the designer carpet, of course, the mid-level landing to support that walkout. Just a really, really nice look. I'm gonna put my favorite listing photo on the screen right here. I think it really captures how unique this home is architecturally with the ceiling vaults. That view from the dining room I think is really, really neat, but there's a lot that I really enjoy about this plan. And we're gonna come back to the rec room. We're gonna knock these bedrooms out first. So we've got 2 separate ends of the lower level. And of course, this can all be custom. If you decide to build this, they can customize this quite a bit. Of course, they're one of the top local home builders here in Kansas City. So these are totally separate. You've got quite a bit of privacy. You've got the daylight window right there that's above ground in the basement. And then of course, you've got a pretty good sized true walk-in closet, that secondary bedroom. This one, this particular plan, a lot of this builder's plans, they have plenty of bathrooms. This is one of the full bathrooms for the lower level. Keep in mind that they also had the separate half bath for the main level. And then heading around this way, we've got bedroom number 5 here. So this is the second one downstairs. Pretty good size to it. This one, you have the concrete window well here that's bringing in the light. So this one isn't quite a daylight window on this side. That's common to see on lots like this and when they're built on a slope. And of course, you've got our 4th full bathroom right there. Now for the fun stuff. First of all, the staircase, really well designed. I love the use of it, not just because it gives you the walkout access, but because instead of just having storage closet underneath it, you've got this section floating. I love that they added the little reading nook in there. You've got shelving, they've got it staged with the board games. I think that's a really nice piece of value to have here. But around to the left, you have this sitting area. Just keep in mind the amount of things that they're able to fit in. This does not feel cluttered in person. Hopefully the camera does this lower level justice, but you have a ton of entertainment space down here. So it's not just the card table if you want it. They've got it staged with the couch up there, the console table on the left-hand side. And then of course over here, the crown jewel, one of the things that this builder does really, really well, their lower level bars. This is not just your standard walk-up bar that you'll see in a lot of homes around Kansas City. This one has all the things. So you've got of course, all of the lighting, the penny tile on the backsplash. You've got the high-end granite countertops. They've got a full mini fridge down here. Got a microwave on the other side. We could even call this a kitchenette. I love that these go to the ceiling as well. And then of course, you've got the tiered island here in the middle. So not just great for serving, also great for sitting. And then everything's just done so well. You've got electrical for the TV up top as well. But around the corner here, I'm going to turn just a little bit. The media area. I should have mentioned upstairs, this home, because it is a model, you will see an audio system. That's what you're seeing on the ceiling right here. There are a couple above the dining room, the kitchen, I believe the master, but you've got this beautifully stained wall with the recessed shelving. Looks really, really nice. And of course, the space down here, very impressive as well. One of my favorite parts is all of the light that you get down here. That's why I spent so much time on the lot types. That's why when you're building or when you're buying a new construction home in Kansas City, the lot completely changes the feel of the house itself. But the final part of the video, we're gonna break down the price and also the builder. This one was built by Don Julian Builders. They're one of the largest top local home builders in Kansas City and also one of the most respected. These guys have been around for over 50 years. They've done over $1 billion in sales. Find them all over the Kansas City area. They happen to be one of the developers in this community. They also develop a number of other communities that we've showed on the channel before. Riverstone Valley, if you're looking in South Overland Park, that's one of their communities. You'll also find Terrybrook Farms, which is a very notable one. But the nice thing is, whether you're looking on the Kansas side or the Missouri side, they do build in the Northland as well. And that's what you're seeing on the screen is a list of all of the communities that you can find on their website. Now, I like to look whenever we feature builders at their sales recorded in the last 365 days. They might have some off-market homes that they're building that aren't recorded in this, so it could be higher than this. But in the last 365 days, they've got 38 combined pending, so under contract, as well as sold homes. Their prices range anywhere from the 750s all the way up to $4 million plus. We've toured a number of their homes on this channel. Few doors down, they've got the Cortland Reverse, which has an actual outdoor courtyard on the main level, as well as a second wet bar on the main level. And we've toured several of their different communities, plans, etc. So the full playlist of those videos will be down in the description. The final part of this video, before we reveal the price, like I said, I'm a licensed real estate agent in Kansas and Missouri. We have people reaching out from these videos every single week looking for more information, how to compare builders, different communities, how to evaluate the pricing, so much more. So whether you're building a home from the ground up, which we help with as well, or you're buying a finished home, or you're trying to compare which one of those makes the most sense for you, I'd absolutely love to help. Make sure you've got all of the information, all the options right in front of you. Phone call, text message, email. We'll set you up for success. With that said, this house, the Brookridge IV by Don Julian Builders, is 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 17 square feet. We had the mid-level walkout, one of my favorite things to see, and this one came in, it is a model, so it's not currently for sale. They came in at $1,182,820. The HOA will be on the screen right here. And next, there are 2 videos on the screen. This is the full playlist of all of the videos we've done right here. One of my favorite communities in Kansas City, Bristol Highlands. This is a video of one of Don Julian's other homes in this same neighborhood. So click there or here. We'll see you on the other side.